Welcome once again to Mod-A-Day. You might see all this in the top and think, well, that's way too many mods. But here's the thing. 2 of these mods we already have installed, and the rest are patches for just one mod. So here we are with Beyond Skyrim Bruma SE. You're going to need the main file, and you're going to need the DLC integration patch. Next is Beyond Skyrim SMIM signs. Just get the main file. Then there is Beyond Skyrim Bruma Tweaks, Enhancements, and Patches SE. Once again, go ahead and get the main file. The tree lods, billboards. We don't have Xlogin or Dendrolod yet, however we will before the end of the series. In Realistic Water 2, we're not actually downloading anything for this because we're just reinstalling the mod. Embers HD, we're not downloading anything for this either because we just need to reinstall the mod. And CBBE armor and clothing conversions for Bruma. Go ahead and get the body slide data. So first of all, let's go ahead and get Bruma, the main file. Next one that you need to install is the DLC integration patch. Then install the SMIM patch. Install billboards. And finally, the body slide data. Enable the mods on the left, and install the tweaks and enhancements. Make sure the USEP patch is enabled. Enable. We have none of these mods installed, so just leave the USEP as the only one. And enable it. Make sure to sort your load order. And you'll probably notice Bruma needs to be cleaned. Now, if you're using MO2, go ahead and show hidden and find water. Go ahead and double click to install it. Go ahead and hit next and enable the same options in this as before. E&B rain and extended ambiance. If you want watercolor, go ahead and get it. Next, Bruma is automatically enabled. Leave it that way. And install. Because I didn't query info before and it's not properly detected, it installed it as a new mod. If for all of you, it should install it and request whether it should merge or replace. You will want it to replace. Go ahead and move. I'm going to go ahead and move this back to where it was before. And next we are going to go to Embers HD. Go ahead and double click to install it, and select the same ones as before. 2K Orange Cast, Fireplaces add-on, plus Custom Fire Effect, Forges add-on, and Lava Crater add-on, and Smoking Torches and Candles, and install. Replace. You can now disable the show hidden. In Cortex Downloads pane, let's find Realistic Water 2 and Embers HD. Embers HD. Install. Next. 2K Orange Cast. Fireplaces add-on, Custom Fire Effect. Both add-ons. And Stack. Close. It'll add it as a new mod. But that's fine. We can go ahead and remove the old one. At 21. Uninstall, yes. 121 all the way up to 21. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the downloads folder. And we're going to extract the ones that we downloaded today, except for the tweaks and enhancements. Once each has been extracted, go ahead and select folder each one of those files, starting with Bruma. In the next one, the DLC integration patch. and the billboards. Next, body slide data. And finally, SMIM. Open and explore Bruma. New data folder. Move in. Same thing with DLC integration. Move the ESP and BSA in. And SMIM'd. Enable on the left. Go ahead and refresh left. And enable on the right. Go ahead and install RW2 again. And we're going to select no and uninstall RW2 instead. It's at priority 27 in my load order right now. And so let's remember that. Next, core, ENB rain and extended ambiance. And leave Bruma enabled. Enable it again. Switch to priority again. And move upwards. Putting it back into the original spot. Install the tweaks and enhancements. Only the USEP patch currently. Enable that. Enable the patch on the right. Go ahead and run VFS and sort it properly. Terminate the VFS. For Vortex users, first of all, let's go ahead and hit install all. And do the same settings, the USEP patch and no patches, and go ahead and enable all. And enable all again. Go ahead and right click on Realistic Water 2 and select reinstall. If you want to make this as a variant, you can name it Bruma, or you could just hit replace. I'm going to go ahead and add variant so that I can disable this version and switch back if I ever need to remove Bruma. Mod options, EB rain and extended ambiance, and Bruma finish. You can select this drop down and switch from 2.2.2 to 2.2.2 Bruma. Go ahead and find Embers HD and do the same thing. This one is stack. Add variant. 2K orange cast. Fireplaces add-on custom fire. And stack. Do not click the enable there. Instead, make sure to switch it in the drop down. We have a few unresolved conflicts. So first of all, for Realistic Water 2, we're putting it before the Scandinavian seasons, and we're putting Realistic Water 2 after the Illustrious Wyvern Parallax. Embers HD. Embers HD is going to be after Stack and before Medieval Torch. Hit save. Enable all and deploy. So one of the next things we're going to need to do is we're going to need to run quick auto clean on all of these. As per usual, you'll need to process each one of the newly added mods, and if you use Vortex, you can simply right click in the plugins and click clean with Xedit. So first of all, BS assets. Nothing in BS assets. Next, BS Heartland, and it's cleaned. Next is BS DLC, and then SMIM Bruma patch. BS Heartland unofficial patch. We have reinstalled Realistic Water 2, so we probably should go ahead and clean it again, even though it shouldn't have any errors. Realistic Water 2 Bruma, and Embers HD because we reinstalled it. Now let's go ahead and open up SSE Edit, VQSC, and see what conflicts remain. And we have several. So the very first thing we need to do, disable all. Yes. Enable the unofficial patch. Go ahead and enable BS DLC, Heartlands, and Assets. And we're going to enable the BS Heartland unofficial patch. Hopefully that will contain most of the edits we need to make, and run VQSC. So first of all, nav mesh. BS assets. BS assets removes pretty much everything from this nav mesh. Not really a good thing, but thankfully it doesn't delete it. And BS Heartland re-enables it. That's something that we can consider perfectly fine. And then we get to BS DLC World Space. And it turns out we don't even need to do that actually, because BS Heartland unofficial patch already has that edit. It just doesn't have a mod group. So let's go ahead and select all these here and create a mod group. And name it BS USEP. Put in BS Heartland unofficial patch. Go ahead and close. I'm not saving that edit, and hit OK. Any other edits that we make will be considered as having all of these as required. So the next one we should look at is trade and barter. So enable TMB USEP. Let's go into the investor perk, and we will discover there's some stuff here. So go ahead and copy as override BS Heartland into an ESPFE. And copy the description from trade and barter into that patch. Add masters, all of them. Sort masters. Close and save. One mod I forgot to download in the initial is Soulmancer's Music, Bruma. So go ahead and go to Soulmancer's Music merge again and get the Bruma Combat Music patch. And in your mod manager, go ahead and install it the same way you install any patch. So double click install, merge in MO2, in Cortex, extract, go to add new mod from folder, select folder, hit OK, enable, oh, forgot to enable Ballistic Water 2, open in mod files location, and rename this to data. Once you've refreshed, go ahead and enable the Soul Music Bruma patch and run VFS to make sure it's sorted in the proper spot with the Loot API. For Vortex users, just go ahead and install and enable and let it deploy. Confirm. Manually enable in MO2 and let's run Loot and sort apply. So now let's go ahead and disable all. Yes. Let's enable BS Heartland unofficial patch, the main files of Beyond Skyrim, and let's enable Soulmancer, Soulmancer Bruma, Soulmancer soundtrack no been done, and let's go ahead and run VQSC. And now let's go ahead and make sure this is all patched properly, and it's good enough. So let's go ahead and create a mod group. There we go. Now for the rest of this. This conflict stems from a large number of mods. In this case, the only conflicts between these mods is 3C. So how we're going to do this is we're going to go ahead and go into here, go into the view tab on the left with 3C as the record we're looking at, and hit Control M. And we're going to include all. Yes, we are including CRC32. Disable source on all but SLRW2. It should look like this when you're done. Also enable optional. And let's name it MHDT. And like so. One last thing that I almost left the video without is body slide generation. If you're using Vortex, go ahead and run Body Slide. Go ahead and go to the group filter and choose Groups, Beyond Skyrim CBBE. Only enable that. And make sure to set your body preset and batch build. Hit build. Go ahead and deploy mods in the mods section. For users of MO2, go to Body Slide X64 in your dropdown for tools and run. Go to the group filter, choose groups, check Beyond Skyrim CBBE, and batch build. Build. If you are a user of Cortex, go ahead and run your VFS. Go to Body Slide and run it. Go ahead and use the filter to choose groups, Beyond Skyrim CBBE. OK, and batch build.